Of course, here are 10 more questions and answers about the respiratory system. 21. What is the function of the pleura in the respiratory system? The pleura are thin membranes that cover the lungs and line the chest cavity, creating a protective barrier and allowing the lungs to expand and contract smoothly during breathing. 22. How does altitude affect the respiratory system? At high altitudes where oxygen levels are lower, the respiratory system responds by increasing the rate and depth of breathing to take in more oxygen and adapt to the lower oxygen concentration. 23. What is the role of the pharynx in the respiratory system? The pharynx, or throat, is a shared passageway for air and food. It helps route air into the trachea and food into the esophagus to prevent choking. 24. How does pneumonia impact the respiratory system? Pneumonia is an infection of the lungs that leads to inflammation of the alveoli and airways, causing symptoms such as cough, fever, chest pain, and difficulty breathing. 25. What is the role of the epiglottis in the respiratory system? The epiglottis is a flap of tissue in the throat that covers the trachea during swallowing to prevent food and liquids from entering the airways, directing them instead to the esophagus. How does the respiratory system adapt during physical exercise? During physical exercise, the respiratory system increases the rate and depth of breathing to supply more oxygen to the muscles and remove carbon dioxide produced during increased metabolism. 27. What is the role of the bronchioles in the respiratory system? Bronchioles are small tubes that branch off from the bronchi and lead to the alveoli. They help regulate airflow and distribute air to different parts of the lungs. 28. How does respiratory rate change during sleep? Respiratory rate typically decreases during sleep as the body's oxygen needs decrease and the muscles relax, resulting in slower, more regular breathing patterns. 29. What is the function of the sinuses in the respiratory system? The sinuses are air-filled cavities in the skull that help regulate the temperature and humidity of the air we breathe, as well as provide resonance for speech. 30. How does the respiratory system respond to allergens or irritants in the air? When exposed to allergens or irritants, the respiratory system may trigger an inflammatory response, leading to symptoms such as sneezing, coughing, wheezing, and nasal congestion. Sure, here are 10 more questions and answers about the respiratory system in English.